So welcome everybody, and thank you, Beth, for that nice introduction. Tonight we're going to be opening the heart chakra, and we're going to start, well, in honor of Valentine's Day, of course. It's coming up. So we're going to start by folding our blanket so that it is about maybe 6 or 8 inches across. And it doesn't matter how long it is. Mine is probably about 1.5 feet long. It needs to be long enough so that your head can rest on it as well as have your back on it. And we're going to put the blanket down lengthwise on the mat. And so bring your bottom up next to the blanket. If you have a bolster, you could use your bolster or a pillow also. And we're going to start by having our knees bent and then feet on the floor, and then lowering ourselves down onto the blanket. And then let your arms come out to the side with the palms facing up, and feel how that opens your chest. And I have my knees bent here, and you can do that. You might even want to have your knees going in towards each other to really be able to relax. Or maybe you would rather have your legs out long. So just make it your choice and whatever feels best to you. The idea is to make yourself comfortable. So close your eyes and let's go ahead and begin our centering, which will hopefully help you connect to your heart center. The heart chakra, which is also called Anahata in Sanskrit. The chakra is the center of love, empathy, and compassion. So begin to let your body settle and begin to notice your breath. In this position, you have spread your collarbones wide, opening up the space that holds your heart. Bring your awareness to the space that surrounds your heart. Notice the space rise and fall with your breath. As you inhale, feel your belly expand and fill your lungs with fresh air. As you exhale, feel your belly contract, emptying out and creating space for new awareness. The heart center is the wellspring of love, warmth, compassion, and joy. It is the center of your deep bonds with other beings, your feelings of altruism, generosity, and most importantly, self-love. The energy of Anahata, the heart center, allows us to recognize that we are part of something larger, that we are interconnected within an intricate web of relationships extending through life and the universe. When your heart chakra is open and flowing freely, others can feel your love and warmth. They feel loved and accepted unconditionally. People feel at peace around you. Also, when your heart chakra is open, you're kind and loving to yourself. You take care of yourself. You know when you need to say no, and you also respect yourself. You nurture and care for yourself. Most of the world's spiritual traditions recognize love as a unifying force, the fundamental energy of the universe and ourselves. To open to love is to reach the deepest places and connect with our true essence, our spirit, and our soul. If you like, you can give an affirmation at this time And I might suggest one here. My heart is open to give and receive love. So take a few minutes right now, a few moments, and just focus on your breath, thinking about your open heart. Okay, let's go ahead and open the eyes now and come off your blanket. Roll to one side and take your blanket off to the side. And then come back onto your back. And we're going to start with our knees bent and our feet on the floor and our arms out to the side. And we're going to just lower the knees over to the right on an exhale. Inhale to the center and exhale to the left. And inhale to the center and exhale to the right. And continue with your own breath pattern here. Exhaling to the sides, inhaling to the center. We're doing a very small twist here, a very gentle twist. You may feel it a bit in your hips. We're warming up the hips as well. And now when you come to the center the next time, pause for a moment. And we're going to add the turning the head also. If this bothers you, if it bothers your neck, go ahead and keep your head so you're facing the ceiling. But if you want to include this, when you drop your knees to the left, your head turns to the right. And inhale to center, and exhale, head to the left, knees to the right. Inhale to center, and continue that pattern for the next few breaths. Let's do one more back and forth. And on your inhale, you come to center and you pause. So we're going to keep our knees bent for right now. We're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest and take our hands either around the shin or the thigh, whatever is best for you. And gently hold your leg in place here. And if you like, you can lengthen out your left leg. And let's flex both feet as well. We're getting a little gentle stretch on the low back and a gentle massage of the internal organs on the right side of the body. And now release your hands from your right knee or shin or thigh, wherever. And if your left leg isn't, straight yet, go ahead and straighten it down. And bring your right foot to your left thigh or shin, whatever is comfortable for you. And your right hand is out in the T position with the palm facing up. And we're going to take our left hand and guide the right knee over to the left, keeping the right shoulder on the floor. So this is another twist, but this is early in the class, so be gentle with yourself. You can feel that you're getting a bit of a stretch on your right side here. So we're opening the chest, not exactly at the heart center, but anything we do to open the chest is good for the heart center. Let's inhale the knee back up and bring the right foot to the floor and then the left foot to the floor. And now we'll do the other side. We'll bring the left knee in towards the chest, bring our hands around the shin or the thigh, whatever is right for you. Flex your left foot and just let your arms hold your leg there. And if you like, you can lengthen your right leg out and flex that foot as well. Now your face should be soft and your shoulders and neck and throat are soft. And you're breathing, feeling the nice motion of your thigh as you inhale and exhale. Bringing that gentle stretch to the lower back on the left and that gentle massage to your inner organs on the left side. And now we'll release the knee, but keep the foot up. Bring your left foot to your right thigh, left hand out in the T position with the palm up, and your right hand will guide your knee, your left knee over to the right. Again, coming into a gentle twist here. You may feel a stretch along your hip or up your left side. Just enjoy relaxing in this twist. And then inhale and let your knee come up. Bring your left foot to the floor and bring your right foot to the floor. Let's bring our arms down beside our body this time. And palms down. And this next one is going to be a real heart opener, upper chest opener. We're going to move into bridge pose. So your feet should be about hip distance apart. And we're going to inhale and then exhale, press the low back into the floor. And then inhale, lift your hips up, pressing into your feet. And we're going to hold this for a few breaths here in bridge pose. Your face is soft and your neck and throat are soft. And really the only thing working are your legs. And let's lower down on an exhale and take a breath or two. Now you can do that exact same thing again. Or if you like, you can tuck your shoulder blades underneath your body and then reach your hands down and under your back and interlace your fingers, pressing the fingers away from you. So that's an option. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to start by tucking my shoulders underneath my body. So you kind of push into your head and lift one shoulder and move it under, and then the other shoulder. We're going to inhale and then exhale. Lower back towards the floor. Inhale up with your hips. Hands come together underneath, pressing towards your feet. And you may find that your heart is opening a little bit more as you come a little higher into your bridge pose. Maybe not, but you might. If you have your hands underneath your hips, release them and exhale and come back down. Now that was a bit of a back bend, so let's counteract that. Let's bring both knees in towards the chest hands around your shins or your thighs. And we're going to make a little ball. We're going to lift our head up towards our knees and then feel the stretch along the back of the body. And then release on down. Let's roll to one side and come to sitting. There's some message on my screen. I need to click it off. Okay. All right. I'm going to be sitting on my blanket to give my hips a little bit of height. It helps to release the hips some. Okay. All right, so we come into easy pose, but as we all know, easy pose may not be exactly easy. So if you prefer to have your legs out, that's perfectly fine. And we'll all join you at some point. Okay, so when we're in easy pose, we feel both of the sits bones pressing into the floor or whatever you're sitting on. You lengthen through the spine, lift your shoulders up and roll them back and down, and feel your chest open just a little bit as you do that. And the back of your neck is long, and the top of your head is towards the ceiling. And let's take the left hand to the floor and the right hand up by the ear, right arm up by the ear. And then inhale and lengthen, and exhale, fold over to the left. And we're keeping the right sits bone equally pressing into the floor as our left one is. We don't want it to come up. So one of the reasons we do this is because it helps to get the stretch all the way from your hip up to your armpit, so that you're really opening the side body here, opening the chest, making room. And now let's inhale up and exhale the right arm down, and bring the left arm up by the ear and lengthen on the inhale, and exhale over to the right. And again, make sure that your left sits bone is still firmly on the floor. Nice, easy, deep breaths. Inhale up and exhale your arm down. Even though we're focusing on the heart area today, let's go ahead and do a little bit for the neck. Let's lower the chin down towards the chest, and then inhale, roll your ear over to the left, and then exhale, come back to center, and inhale your ear over to the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale to center, and back again to the other side. Inhaling as you come to the side, and exhaling as you come to the center. I really like this one because you get the side stretch on the neck when your ear is towards your shoulder, and you get a nice stretch of the little muscles across the top of your back as you're rolling your chin across your chest. And one of the things you want to watch out for is that your shoulders are not raising up to meet your ear. You keep your shoulders down. One more back and forth. And when you come back to the center on your exhale, then inhale your head up. Ah, we put some room into our neck. So let's take our arms out to the side, and we're going to bring the hands behind us. We're going to come into seated cobra pose. Interlace your fingers, press your hands to the floor, towards the floor, and feel your shoulder blades come towards each other. And feel how this opens the top of your chest, really opening the heart chakra here in seated cobra. And then release your hands. Maybe roll your shoulders out if you need to. And let's go ahead and bring our feet out in front. We'll come into Dandasana. We flex our feet here. Our legs are straight. We have really nice posture here. So again, let's roll the shoulders back and down. Feel the chest lift slightly. You can have your hands on the floor beside you if you like. And let's go ahead and do something while we're here. Let's point and flex our feet. So when we flex them, let's widen the toes out as much as possible. And when we point, we'll curl our toes down. So we inhale and flex, open the toes, exhale, point down. We'll do that a few times. And all this time, we're keeping this nice posture. All right, we'll start to make circles. Bring your feet together and roll them around so that you're getting every part of your ankle. Your knees may bend a little bit, that's okay. And then reverse. Good. Now bring your feet, your legs a little bit apart, just so your big toes can touch. And let's do the circling again. This time, our big toes will come together. We're circling in opposite directions. This strengthens the ankles, which is really important for balance, for walking, all that kind of thing. Let's reverse. Good. And now we're going to come into a forward fold. Let's take our legs wide this time. Now, what happens when you have this wide leg and we're doing a forward fold, we're again with this wonderful posture, keeping the chest open and the back aligned, and we come forward to whatever place you can, and we're leading with the chest so that we're not rounding down, we're just coming forward. And so this may be a very tiny movement, because as we do this, you begin to feel it in your hamstrings, maybe your inner thighs. Have your toes up towards the ceiling. Okay. And just feel how that feels. You're getting a good stretch in lots of places. You may feel it slightly in your lower back also, because your hamstrings are attached below your knee and also above your hips. Okay, let's keep in mind how far we were able to be here, and let's bring our hands to the floor. And then we're going to do a cat-cow motion. So we're going to bring our chin down and round our spine, moving through the pelvis if we can. And then coming forward into a cow sort of form. And again, the pelvis tips forward, your head comes up, your chest opens. And exhale back into the cat part. And inhale, coming forward. And exhale back. And inhale forward. Let's do it one more time. What we're trying to do is loosen up our hip joints a little. And then come back up to your spine in alignment and see if you can come forward just a little bit more. That helped me a lot. Okay. It may or may not, it doesn't sometimes, by the way. So don't worry if it didn't make any difference in what your forward fold looks like. Okay, and then we'll come back up. All right, let's come to hands and knees. I'm going to. All right. I think I'll scoot back a little. And feel free to use something under your knees if you like. Your fingers are spread wide, pressing down your whole palm and your fingertips, your whole hand pressing into the mat. You're lifting up through your shoulders so we're not sagging down. And your belly button is gently toward your spine. And this is table. And we're going to move into cat and cow now. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to exhale and move into cat. So our spine goes towards the ceiling and the head looks down. The head releases down. And then on the inhale, your belly drops, your head comes up, you're still lifting up out of the shoulders. And then let's do it some more. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. Now, this is certainly good for the spine. Continue with your own breath, by the way. It's good for flexibility of the spine and strengthening of the core. But notice that each time we come into cow, we're opening the chest, the heart chakra area. Let's do one more cycle. And then come back into our table pose. Now, I'm going to move back just a little bit. Okay, now bring your hands forward some. And you know, maybe a good distance or something. We're going to do a variation on cat and cow. And you go just as far as is comfortable for you. And so we're going to first start into cat, exhaling. And then as we continue that exhale, we're going to move our hips back towards our ankles, maybe almost to child's pose. And then we inhale, come forward into cow, and maybe we keep going so that we're in a low plank. And then we exhale again, coming into cat and going all the way back. And inhale, coming forward, opening our chest, raising our head. And then again into cat on the exhale. And if you really hate this, just go back to your cat and cow, and that's fine. One more time through this cow, and then one more cat. And let's go ahead and widen our knees out and come into child's pose. lowering the hips down to whatever's comfortable for you, bringing your head to the floor or resting on your hands. And we'll take a few breaths here. If your wrists were feeling that, go ahead and roll them out or open and close your fingers. Open wide and close gently. And then come back up to your table. And we're going to move into downward facing dog. So again, we're going to have our hands a little bit in front of our shoulders this time. We're still going to be pressing into the whole hand. We're going to tuck our toes underneath, and then we're going to lift our knees and bring our head between our arms, and then slowly begin to straighten the legs. And since we haven't done much for the hamstrings today, you may want to walk your dog, pressing through one heel and then the other one, back and forth. Try to lift up out of your shoulders, head between your arms. And then come to stillness in your downward facing dog. And we'll take a few breaths here, but if you want to come out of it, we're all going to come into child's pose after this. So let's just take a few breaths. And then release your knees down. Widen your knees out, big toes together. Sit your hips back and come into child's pose again. Again, you can release your wrists in whatever way feels good to you if you need to. But the main thing is just enjoy resting here. All right, press yourself back up to table. Tuck your toes underneath. Walk your hands back. We're going to come to standing, so come to standing any way you like. I'm going to do it this way. Press back and then come on up. And remove whatever's on your blanket. On your mat, sorry. Okay, we'll see if that works. No, not bad. Okay, we're coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feel your feet on the floor. Pressing into your feet helps you to lift up. Your body lifts up. Let's roll the shoulders back and down. Keep your back of your neck long. And today, let's open our hands out to the side so the palms are facing forward. And when we do this, we are really opening the chest here, opening our heart chakra, anahata. Feel your shoulder blades coming towards each other in the back. And then release. And if your eyes were closed, go ahead and open them. We're going to do a twist. And so we're going to take, say, the left hand to our heart chakra, our heart center. And we're going to open our right arm out to the side turning as far as is comfortable for you. And you can bend your knees if you like, and to deepen the twist, that's okay. And then we'll come forward and put our right hand on the heart chakra, opening the left out, exhaling to center, opening to the other side on the exhale. Take a breath. Exhale, come to center. And inhale, open out. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, open out. One more time on each side. And then come to stillness. Good. Let's take a wide stance here. And we'll turn our toes out just a little bit. And we're going to come into a goddess pose. So we're going to bend our knees in the direction of our toes and squat down a little. Open out, bring your arms into goddess arms. And again, we're opening the chest here, feeling the shoulder blades towards each other. And then on an inhale, we're going to come up into 5-pointed star, reaching out with our hands, straightening our legs. Exhale into goddess. Inhale to 5-pointed star. Exhale into goddess. Inhale to 5-pointed star, and let's do this one more time. Exhaling into goddess. Inhaling into 5-pointed star. And then release your hands down. And let's come back into mountain pose. We're going to take our right arm up by our ear, and the left hand can stay down. And we're going to inhale and lengthen, and exhale, fold over towards the left. Now, just like when we were sitting and doing the side bend, the crescent pose here, we kept our sits bones pressed into the floor equally. Well, we're going to do the same with our feet. Pressing equally into the floor with our feet. Inhale up and release the arm down. Okay, inhale the left arm up, exhale over to the right. We again are keeping the chest open. We're not folding forward at all. You know, we won't get a very large bend probably, but we're getting the stretch along the side of the chest. Inhale up and arm comes down. Now this time we're going to add a little bit to it if you want. You can do the same thing again if you like. We're going to cross the right foot over the left, and you can be on the toes, whoops, or the foot on the ground. And we're going to take both arms up and hold the right wrist with the left hand and fold over to the left. So we're putting a little bit of balance into this one, but we're still getting a nice side stretch here. Let's come up, release the arms and uncross the feet. And now let's go the other direction. We'll take the left foot across the right foot, either flat on the ground or on your toes. We'll reach our arms up and hold on to the left wrist with the right hand and fold over to the Right. There we go. Inhale, come up. Release your arms and uncross your feet. Good. Let's take a wide stance again. No, let's face the short end of the mat. That's what I want. And we're going to step back with the right foot, bend the left knee. And we're going to come into warrior one. So the back leg is straight. And this, if you need help with the balance on this, you can widen your feet out side to side. Okay. And then your arms come up, coming into warrior one. Feel the strength in your legs. You're pressing into both feet equally, and make sure the whole of the back foot is pressing into the ground, not just the outside of it. Release your arms down. We're coming into stargazing warrior. Interlace your fingers behind your back, shoulder blades together. Feel your chest open, and you might like to look at where your ceiling comes towards your wall, where they meet. And now we're going to move into humble warrior. So we're going to fold forward with the knee bent on the inside of the left leg, left thigh, coming down to whatever's comfortable for you. And then release your hands to the floor and walk your hands around, bringing your feet with you. And then hands to your hip crease, elbows towards the ceiling. And then press into the floor with your feet and come up. Good. All right, let's do the other side now. Yes, okay. So we'll step back with the left foot this time. Bend the right knee. Well, that's okay. Lift up your arms into warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Check to make sure that your knee doesn't go out to the side or inward. Make sure it's right over your ankle, right over your heel. And then let's bring the arms down behind the back, interlacing the fingers, shoulder blades towards each other, coming into stargazing warrior. Back leg is straight, and your front one is still bent. And then we'll move into humble warrior, folding forward on the inside of the right leg. Release your head down. And then lower your hands to the floor. And we're going to put them on the floor and step back into downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here. If this is too much for you, just come on down to the front of your body. That's where we're headed. But we'll take a few breaths in downward facing dog if you like. And then everyone come on down. Let's lower the knees, lengthen out on our tummies. Coming into crocodile pose, which is where we have our hands crossed and our big toes together and head on the hands. So this is a nice resting pose. Every time you breathe, you're massaging your internal organs in your belly. Okay, lift your right leg and stretch it back, top of the foot on the floor. Lift your left leg up and stretch it back, and the top of your left foot on the floor. Okay, we're going to take our hands out at 10 and 2, our arms out at 10 and 2 on the fingertips. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me scoot over. Okay, still can't really see. Okay, so we're on our fingertips, and we're going to be pressing into our pelvis and also the tops of our feet, and lift up by pressing into your fingertips. So it's not a very large lift. And then lower down. And then one more time, lifting up. And lowering down. Now bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. If that's too much of a bend for your back, go ahead and move your arms out so the angle is not so intense. You're not up so high. This is Sphinx pose. Again, we're pressing with our pelvis into the floor and the tops of our feet. And as we're doing this, we also may be pulling with our hands to help lengthen the spine. If you feel any twinge or anything in your back, lower down a bit more, okay? If you're fine with this, let's go ahead and move into seal pose. And that means we're going to straighten our arms just to whatever place you like. And again, we're not lifting our shoulders up to our ears, by the way. We're keeping them down, coming into seal here. Let's lower down. And then press yourself into child's pose to release the back. So big toes together, knees apart, and coming down into your child. Breathing into your back, really stretching those muscles back there. And now let's come onto our backs. Have everything handy that you need for Shavasana. We're not quite ready for it yet, but we're getting there. All right. Let's just take our arms out in the T position with the hands facing up. Our knees are bent, and we're just going to lower them down to the side, coming into a nice gentle twist here at the end. This also helps release the back from the back bends we were doing in Sphinx and seal pose. On your next inhale, lift your knees and then lower them over to the other side. Inhale your knees up. And let's lift the feet from the floor and rock, hands on the knees, and rock from side to side, really massaging our whole back. And then begin to circle your knees, massaging the low back and the sacral area. The next time you come with your knees towards your body, pause and reverse the circles. And then bring your feet down and lengthen into Shavasana. And you can use any props that you like. If you don't like being on your back, you can be on your front or your side. You can have your legs long or bent or with something underneath them if you like. Go ahead and get comfortable. Tonight we'll be doing a metta meditation for the closing Shavasana. A metta meditation is a loving kindness meditation. So the loving kindness meditation consists primarily of making the intention of wishing ourselves or others happiness. While you say these phrases, allow yourself to sink into your intentions. If feelings of warmth, friendliness, or love arise in your body or mind, connect to them, allowing them to grow as you repeat the phrases. We're going to take a few deep breaths. So let's start. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and longer than your inhale if you can. And again, inhale deeply and exhale fully. One more time. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Let go of any concerns or preoccupations. Your breath is back to its normal breath, its normal rhythm. Your breath is coming and going all by itself, deep within your body. Take a few moments to allow your attention to gather within the even rhythm of your breath. Feel or imagine the breath moving through the center of your chest in the area of your heart. This metta meditation or loving kindness meditation is first practiced towards ourselves, since we often have difficulty loving others without first loving ourselves. As an aid to the meditation, you might hold an image of yourself in your mind's eye. This helps reinforce the intention expressed by the phrases. So I'm going to say the phrases and you're going to mentally repeat them. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. And now bring to mind someone in your life for whom you have feelings of warmth and kindness, perhaps a loved one, a friend, or a teacher. Picture this person in your heart. And with each inhale, draw that person into your heart, and each exhale, fill them with your loving kindness as you silently repeat the phrases of loving kindness toward them. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. And now sense the world of all beings and use the same phrases to reach out to all beings. Each breath sending the love that heals the world and that deepens the possibility of the peace that we all seek. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. Now bring your attention to your own breath and feelings, and bring this peace and ease with you as we end this practice of our yoga. So begin to move your body, starting with small muscles, fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Maybe rock your head gently back and forth, releasing your neck. Begin to move the larger muscles of your body in whatever way feels good to you. Maybe a full body stretch or a twist, whatever you like. And when you're ready, bend your knees and roll to one side. Take a breath or two there, and then gently press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to Anjula Mudra. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all the love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you along. Thank you so much for coming this evening. Namaste.